Hello, my name is Amy. Welcome to your mat. Welcome to your practice. Today's going to be a little different. Today we're going to do a little chat, plus have a few poses mixed in here. So obviously if you've seen the title, you know that we're going to be talking about AI. So AI is everywhere, and yes, I do use it. So I really wanted to do this video to kind of give you some background, some info on how I use it in my teaching. So you have the option if you just want to listen to that and skip the poses, or if you want to just do the poses and tune me out, or if you're here to kind of learn how I use AI and do the poses, you can do it all together. So let's get started. We're just gonna do the left leg out long on our mat here, and right leg is bent in any amount. It can be further out or closer in. And all we're gonna do is you can either stay upright, it's a nice little stretch there, or you can fold forward any amount. So we're just gonna come into whatever version feels good for you. And I first wanted to address, while we're in this pose, we're just gonna stay here for a bit, why and how I use AI. So I probably started using AI maybe about a year ago, and I was definitely kind of against using it. I was like, this isn't really for me. But I found that I was struggling sometimes with titling, with how do I come up with a title for this class? Or, I'm kind of stuck in this, I need a little brainstorming session. So how I really have been using it is brainstorming class ideas. So I have some initial ideas, some initial themes, and then I kind of have AI help me a little bit, bring out those ideas a bit more. But really the big thing I use it for is my title work. It's one less thing I have to do. I don't have to spend the time coming up with it. It gives me more time to plan classes, come up with themes, and to record those classes. So I use AI a lot for the titles and also my description. So I tell AI what the class is about, and could you, in my words or in my voice and my style, give us a good description for that class. So that's a big way that I have been using it. I also use it for my business brainstorming, and I'm trying to come up with an idea of should I do a blog post or use Medium, for example. That was a great session I had with AI, and it gave me some great feedback on that. So it's nice to have someone, in this case AI, to bounce ideas off of. So that's the big ways that I use AI. Let's switch to the other side, and I'd like to tell you how I don't use AI, or what I don't use AI for. So I've got my right leg out long here. My right leg out long, and the left leg is bent in. You can stay more upright if you like, or you can fold forward here. So how I don't use AI. I don't use AI to sequence my classes. I might say, hey, I have a seed pose, or can you give me another couple of other ideas? But I might look at those and say, no, I don't like anything it gave me. If I do that, I rarely ask it for poses. But when I do, again, like I said, it's just for a couple of inspirational ideas, and then I put the sequence together myself. The themes all come from my own lived experiences, my own things that I've dealt with, or that pop into my head, or maybe from another class that I've taken. So I don't ask AI for theme ideas. My teaching style and my voice are all my own. I've really been working on my AI long enough that it's started to get things in my voice. So I really like that it's not sounding robotic or AI-ish. And honestly, I want to build a small community around my yoga and my teaching. So I want to have that human connection, that human touch, and to be honest and open with you guys with everything that I do. So all of my classes I record on location. As a matter of fact, I set up this video today was in the shade, and now the sun has popped out. So it's not perfect. I could use AI to do all kinds of crazy stuff. I could have all kinds of crazy backdrops and all that, and that's just not something I want to do. I want to keep it real, very human, and do all of my stuff from whatever location I may find. So in this case, I'm at a small park near Indianapolis. There's some road noise going by. None of these are perfect conditions, but again, I want to give you the real experience. So that is important to me. Now let's go ahead and bring both legs out wide, and come on and sit up nice and tall here if you like, or you can fold forward any amount. I'm going to stay more upright for this. And I just wanted to get, I think I've already kind of touched on this, but some examples of, my use of AI and my not use of AI, and how I'm wanting to bring that human element. So the title for this video and the description are a great example. Instead of me spending another 15, 20, 30 minutes coming up with the exact wording that I want. Not that I can't do it, but I can plug it into AI, and within seconds, it comes back with some great titles, and I don't have to screw around with it. And for whatever reason, I'm not really good with titles. That's just never been my strong suit. So AI has really been helpful for that. And for me, just showing that, to show you how combining the AI, but also with the human touch. You know, I have shared behind the scenes videos. I've showed you some of my screw ups, some of my little, all the little fun things that have happened while I've been recording. I've recently shared my injury video, and if you are curious, the knee is getting better. I'm actually back to walking normal now. I just have some little freeze ups here and there, but it's mostly back to normal. So I thought it was important to share that with you guys, for those who may be dealing with injuries or have. If you remember back in, those of you who've been following for a while, in January, I did a video about when we lost our dog Josie. I wanted to share that with you guys and share exactly why I was taking some time off. So I think it's important to be open and honest and just very transparent. And so that's really my goal. And that's the goal of this video too. And then let's go ahead and come back into just a normal seat here. You know, this wasn't really a really typical yoga class, but I just want to share with you some of those thoughts. And if you have any thoughts, comments, questions, any of that, please drop those in the comments below, or maybe even how you're using AI in your life. So I think it can definitely, there's a lot of positives about AI. There's a lot of things it can do for us. It's really helpful. It can save us a lot of time. For me, it saves me the time so that I can spend more time coming up with great classes to share with you guys, great content. So it has some positives, but it definitely has its negatives. So I'd be curious to know how you guys are using it in your life, and that's how I use it in my life. So thank you for watching this really short video and how I use AI and how I don't use AI. And as time goes on, we'll see. Things may shift a bit, but I, as far as I'm concerned, it will always be, my videos are going to always be that human touch. I'm going to set up my own videos. I'm not going to have some AI background that's not real. That's just not, it's not who I am. And I thought you guys should all know that. And just a quick little note, if you haven't checked out the Yoga Sanctuary, that is the 30-minute Yoga Sanctuary is on my website. Link is below. I have 3 classes up there right now. So check those out if you want to go a little deeper in your practice. And I'm also offering one-on-one work. So for any of you out there who just need a little bit more guidance, a little bit more specialized guidance, there's a link below for that also in the description. So please check all those resources out. If none of those were what you're looking for and you just like the YouTube classes, keep doing those. Thank you again for joining, and until next time.